Unit 6 in business. High flyers. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Saying used to say that you have to take risks if you want to be successful. Number 1. Fraser Doherty. Fraser Doherty from Edinburgh, Scotland, loved his grandmother's jam, and at the age of 14 he decided to learn all of her recipes. However, Fraser was soon coming up with his own flavors, and they were so tasty that he was making 1,000 jars of jam a week to sell in his neighborhood. Fraser soon realized that jam making could be a lucrative business, and he wanted to move to a factory, so he spoke to various jam manufacturers. Unfortunately, although they liked his recipes, they told him he was too young. They also asked him how much capital he had for the project. His answer was nothing. Obviously, this didn't make his idea a very attractive proposition. However, Fraser persisted, and he finally found a factory in the north of England that was willing to take a risk on his jams. It was a risk that has paid off. Fraser's jam are now on the shelves of some of Britain's most supermarket chains, and they have made him into a rich young man. However, he donates a lot of money to charity, especially to organizations that work with some of his biggest clients, elderly people. Number 2, Yasmin Safi. Even though the teenage magazine market is enormous, what do you do if you think that the mainstream media doesn't deal with the topics that interest you? As far as one American Egyptian girl was concerned, there was only one answer. Write, edit, and produce your own magazine. Yasmin Safi from California published the first edition of MG magazine in 2005 when she was almost 14. The magazine is aimed at girls between the ages of 12 and 18 and offers subscribers a wide range of articles from contributors from as far away as Britain and Kuwait. Although Yasmin loves writing, she says that most of her time is now taken up with running the business side of the magazine. In a recent interview, she said she was a writer, photographer, graphic designer, publisher, and salesperson. She also explained that her mother had had an important role in the magazine's success, always giving her good business advice. Yasmin has discovered that running your own business is extremely hard work, but at least she can now find a magazine that she thinks is worth reading. Number 3, Suhas Gopinath. As a young teenage, Suhas Gopinath from Bangalore in India dreamed of being a vet, but when his father returned home with a computer and a modem, he started planning for a different future. By the age of 12, he had already built his own website, and a few years later, he launched his own computer consultancy. Suha's firm helps clients with web design, online shopping, and internet security. The company is constantly growing, and as a result, Suhas is always looking to recruit new staff. But if you are over 25, don't apply for a job. Suhas, who was at one time the world's youngest chief executive officer, told a local newspaper that he wanted to work with young colleagues. He also added he wasn't too worried about an applicant's qualifications and claimed that enthusiasm was more important than exam results. So far, Suha's recipe of youth and eagerness seems to be working for him, as his company now has 11 branches around the world, and he was voted Young Global Leader by the World Economic Forum in 2008.